Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. My channel name is StitchySally. Today is the 19th of June 2026 and this is Flosstube number 120. A very warm welcome whether you are a new or a returning viewer. It is lovely to have you here. If you are new and you do like what you see, please do consider hitting the subscribe button and also liking any of my videos that you may watch. You'll have to excuse the state. It's very, very hot here today. We're supposed to get temperatures of about 27, which I'm sure those of you in hot places are going to be laughing, but we are not cut out. Our homes are not cut out for this heat. We do not have air conditioning. Our homes are basically built for keeping the heat in the winter and all that. So yeah, anyway, we'll forget about that. It's the reason I've got my hair up, because I'm too hot. So it has been a while. I think maybe about 5 weeks, not entirely sure. So I do have a few bits to show you. I've got some finishes, I've got some new starts. But what I thought I would start with, because it is quite a while since I last did an introduction. So if you are new, I'll just do a quick introduction for you. So as you know, my name is Sally. I have been stitching since 1992, so about 34 years. I actually used to work with a lady who did cross stitch, and when my eldest daughter was born, a family friend actually did a little cross stitch picture and I was quite intrigued by it. And it took me a while because my eldest daughter is nearly 35 now. And we had a shop near where I worked at the time, and they sold all sorts of crafty stuff and gifty stuff. So I thought, right, on my lunch hour one day, I thought, right, I'm going to have a look, and I bought a kit, and I have never looked back since. So I've been stitching for 34 years now, so quite a while. Started off with Ada, started off with kits, and then eventually I learnt about the internet and being able to get patterns and fabrics and things like that, and it just grew and grew and grew. So there you go. That is just a little bit about how I started stitching. I'm 62, I have 2 daughters, and I've been married for 40 years. So I'll leave that there. And very, very quickly, I would just like to say thank you to those of you who have shouted me out in recent months. I'm not watching Flosstube still, so obviously I get notifications, so I do not know in what shape or form you've shouted me out, but thank you to the people who have. I will try and link to the channels below. I'll just have to look back in my mentions and see who they were. I know Nat was a recent one, So Stitch So Nat. Charlotte, High Heel Stitcher, Charlie, Charlie Feathers, Ellie, but I can't remember your channel name. But anyway, I'll try and remember to put them in the description box down below. So I'm going to get started because I'm sure you're a little bit bored by now. So I'm going to start with the finishes that I've had. So this one is Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, and it's Peacock Manor. And this was an absolute joy to stitch. Loved it. So I did not use the hand-dyed threads. I decided just to use DMC. So these are the DMC. And I stitched it on a 36 count buttercream by Fabrics by Crafti Kate. I have plenty. I started it in the wrong place really, but anyway, never mind. I can still make use of the fabric that I've got left. So that is my finish, and I absolutely love these DMC colours. They look so nice. Really, really pleased with that. So that's finish number 1. And of course, as we all know, finishes usually mean some new starts, which I've already mentioned. I've got new starts. Oh, while I remember as well, I do apologise for the noise. The last time I filmed, I couldn't hear it, which is why I uploaded the video, because I just couldn't hear it. So I assume it was interference from my Bluetooth earbuds, so I'm not using those this time. I am just using the microphone that is within my laptop, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay. It's a bit frustrating because I don't want to spend money on getting better microphones and all this, that and the other. And basically where I film, it's a little bit awkward. I have to have boxes to lift up my laptop, and then I need a box at the side so I can plug in my microphone. And, you know, it's a bit of a pain in the neck, to be honest. So I'm trying out the microphone in my laptop. It does sound okay, so hopefully I thought it sounded okay, but then again I couldn't hear the noise on my last floss tube, so we'll see. Right, my other finish is Annie B's Forecast Sheltering Tree Summer. And this chart was a gift from lovely Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, for my 60th birthday. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be giving this away later. Hopefully I will remember. Are these my threads? No, those are not my threads. Let's put those away, because those are not the threads for that. Oh dear. Yeah, I've put the threads away. So no threads to share. So these are all DMC. It is on an unknown fabric. This was, I think it was a fat quarter. Yeah, fat quarter that lovely Dawn, Frosty X Stitch, sent me a couple of years ago. So that is all finished. I love this. I could probably turn it into a pillow, and then I can just bring it out for the summer. So of course I have put all my spring stuff away now and brought out my summer stuff. So of course had to have a new sheepy start, didn't I, for Friday. I've stitched sheep on a Friday with my lovely friend Barb for quite a few years, but unfortunately Barb hasn't been stitching for a while. She's having a lot of bother with her back, lots of tests, lots of hospital appointments. But I keep stitching with her on a Friday with the sheep. So this is Puntini Spring Animal Trio. So of course I'm stitching the sheep. I'm probably going to carry on actually and just stitch the other two from this once the sheep is finished. So it's charted for DMC. Very pretty colours. These are actually the threads for all three. So I'm stitching mine on 32 count vintage country mocha, which is the recommended fabric. I did have to buy some of this, so this is part of my haul. I bought a bigger piece just so that I can hopefully do all of them. I think I've got 3 charts altogether with different animals on, so I'm hoping to do them all eventually. So there she is. Isn't she adorable? So damn cute. I actually went and fed some sheep, well, some lambs a few weeks back. Jess and I went and fed some lambs at one of the local farms, the same farm that we went and cuddled the lambs last year. So that was a really nice experience, actually being able to bottle feed them. These are the ones who have either been abandoned by the mothers or orphaned. So yeah, that's my very cute sheep. So she'll be coming out tonight to get a little bit more progress done on her. don't remember. Yes, this I hadn't started this, I don't think, the last time I filmed. I don't think I had anyway. Apologies if I had. So, no, I hadn't. So my next new start was Northumberland Sample House, and it is Elizabeth Lincoln 1815. So this came with the 36 count linen band to stitch it on. And if you remember, or if you were with me on my last floss tube, I have got the scissor holder, the mousy scissor holder to mount it on. So this is stitched with DMC, absolutely gorgeous colours of DMC. So I'm getting on quite well with this actually. It is absolutely gorgeous to stitch. So I'm doing the alphabet, and then I've got these left to do across the band and some leaves. So still quite a lot to do, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love it. So how are you getting on with yours, Lindsay? Obviously, like I say, I've not been watching floss tubes, so I don't know how you're getting on with yours. That's Lindsay, Cheshire Stitcher. She kind of enabled me with that one. Well, there's no kind of about it, she did. Right, another new start. So I think this is my last new start, and it is also a piece of haul. I saw this on the designer's Instagram. It was coming out on the Friday, and I thought, I've got to get this and stitch it for Abigail. So if you don't know, Abigail is my youngest daughter. And it is Hoops and Crosses, and it's Tiny Pigeon. This is available as a PDF chart or a kit. I got the PDF chart. So I thought once I had finished Peacock Manor, I would make a start on this. It's very, very sweet. You see that? So DMC threads. I've been really lazy. I couldn't be bothered to put it on floss drops, so I just got it in a floss buddy. So this is on, I don't know the count. It looks like a cream. But that's where I'm at. That's where I am up to. So quite a nice bit of a start there. I think it'll be a fun little stitch actually. Well, I say little, it's probably going to take longer than I think, because don't we all do that? It's not going to take me long. So that's my final new start. So we'll move on to whips now. Let's do that. So this is Bothy threads, and it was one of their social boxes from 2024, and it is called Seasons Tweetings. I love this. It is taking some stitching. There are a lot of colour changes, which I'm not particularly keen on, but I kind of got through a bit of a stage where there is a little bit more block stitching than there was. So in the box, you got the full kit, needle, fabric, needle minder. There was a tote bag, like a shopping list notepad thing, and that's where I'm up to. And yeah, it's looking very, very good up to now. So what I'm trying to do is just work on the top half of the pattern to begin with, and then I'll move down to the bottom and then leave all the back stitching till last. If you've been with me before, you know that back stitching is not my favourite thing to do, but it does need it, so I'm not going to leave it off. Oops, a daisy. And then do this one. Sorry, just bear with me a minute while I get everything out. So this is Chatelaine Autumn Dusk. I do have the other 3 seasonal ones. This was the final one that I needed to do. It's quite a lot of years since I did the other 3. Yeah. Let's just say, and I think I've said this before, the diagrams for the speciality stitches are absolutely awful. The chart is not particularly clear. But I'm just doing what I can, basically. So I'm using DMC threads. I haven't bought any of the silk threads because I think it worked out at something like £80–90 to get them. I do have the Delica beads and I do have the Rainbow Gallery threads as well. So I'm stitching this. It's a 28 count. I think it's maybe an antique white or something like that. I still haven't got all the beads on the top section. The middle section is finished and I'm now... Sorry, the second section down is now finished and I'm on to the third section. So hopefully you can see that okay. So as I say, I do still have some beads to put on this top section. Middle section is finished. These stitches here, I could not work out how to do them from the diagrams, so I've just winged it, to be honest. It was the best that I could do, and I am quite pleased. So yeah, bottom section there. Not bottom section, for God's sake, stop saying bottom section. Third section, because there is more. Is well on the way. That is a very big section, so it's going to take some doing. So yeah, I am enjoying it, other than obviously the chart not being very clear and the diagrams not being great. And you kind of can't look at the cover photo because obviously, as you can see, you can't look at the cover photo and see what to do because it's very small. Just put these bits back. So those are the Rainbow Gallery threads. And then a final whip is a finish and a new start. So this is, well, should I say it was my birthday start. Oh, where's the last one? Which one did I do? It was my birthday start last year. So it's an ongoing thing. There are 6 charts in the series. It's the Jeannette Douglas Home Together series. The hashtag that I'm using is JDD Home Birthday Sal. And I just said if anybody wanted to join, they could do any Jeannette Douglas chart or any home theme chart. So is that the one I've just done? Sorry, just bear with me a minute again. I've just done. No, it's not. No, that's not it. Go. Ah, it's there. So I've just finished this one, which is Home is the Place to Be. I did make a few mistakes on this, but it's fine. I wasn't unpicking it by the time I discovered it. And then I started Bless Our Home. So this is the 4th one. I have 2 more. And I am very, very much enjoying this. So these are the threads for all 6. Very pretty colour palette. Sorry, let's put them away. Right, I am stitching these on 36 count light mocha, and I am going to finish them as a cube. So this is the one that I've just finished, Home is the Place to Be. And then there is Bless Our Home. Unfortunately, I just don't know, my heart wasn't in it on Saturday night, so I did not get a massive amount done. So I stitched this on a Saturday night with my lovely friend Lainey, who is Lainey Main on Instagram. We're not stitching the same thing. But yeah, we stitched together on a Saturday night. Not in person, because Lainey lives up in Scotland. We have met a few years ago. Don't know exactly how many years ago now. It's not too many. I know it was after COVID. So yeah, it was that was really nice to finally meet her after so many years of being friends online. Right, so that's all my stitching. Now then, have I got anything else? So yeah, as I said, I do have haul. That chart. I'm not going. I do have another chart, but I'm not going to show it because it's to stitch for a gift. I bought some DMC from Threads for You because I was running out of some. So yeah, that's my haul. Still trying not to spend too much. So I'm going to do the giveaway now. I've actually been doing Flosstubers for 5 years. I didn't actually realise that it had been my Flosstube anniversary at the end of May. So yeah, considering I started these Flosstubers and didn't expect to last very long, I'm still here 5 years later. So as I said, I would like to give this away. It's not marked, it's still in good condition. So if you would like it, if you would use the word tree. I'm not going to say summer because it's summer. I'm not going to say sheep because obviously I've got other sheep stitches as well. So if we use the word tree. So it is UK only, please, because postage is ridiculous. Please don't use the word giveaway, competition, anything like that will get the bots involved. Please be over 18 so that I can ask for your address. I think that's about no, you know what I mean. That covers it. My brain does not want to work because it is too damned hot and I am not sleeping enough. So yeah, use the word tree if you would like to win that. Right, anything else? I'm just going to get a quick drink. Do a quick Sorry, I am saying a lot. I'm just looking at my battery, see how much battery I've got because it wasn't fully charged when I started. I'll do a life update now. So if you don't want to listen to that, I will see you next time. So we've been out a little bit. We've been to Bempton Cliffs. If you are a viewer of Spring Watch, you will have seen that Yola Williams was at Bempton Cliffs. Was it last week? Yes, last week. So we decided not to go while he was there because we thought it'd be really, really busy. And apparently it wasn't that busy. We went on Monday and it was absolutely packed. And according to one of the volunteers, people don't go on a weekend because they think it's going to be busy, so they go on a Monday. So Mondays are very busy. So yeah, we enjoyed it though. I did get a bit cross. I got a bit cross with one man. But I walked away. I did say something, then walked away. So yeah, enjoyed it. Got some quite nice photographs. Unfortunately, we didn't see many puffins. I think they were sort of in places where you couldn't really see. You could see them flying off the cliffs and everything, flying out to sea. But so yeah, that was nice. And then the other week we went to Top Hill Low. And if you've been here before, you know that we do go there quite a bit. We enjoy that. Sadly, we had just missed a woodpecker with a baby. It had fledged, so we missed seeing that, but never mind. So yeah, we've done that. I don't know whether I mentioned last time that I've got a new camera. I've been using the camera that I had. I've been using it for 10 years, and I just all of a sudden thought, you know what, I would like something a bit more modern. So it's taken a bit of getting used to. It's a bit of a learning curve, but I'm getting there. So yeah. What else? Yeah, Jess, my eldest daughter, has had a little bit of a breakdown. She knew she wasn't quite right, and she'd gone off to work this particular day. I think she started at 1 o'clock, and by about 3:10, she's ringing her dad up in tears. Can you come and get me? She'd had a panic attack at work. To cut a long story short, this is her 3rd week off now. She's not doing bad. She's having sort of some bad mornings, and she's actually got therapy this time, counselling. You may remember, if you've been with me for quite a long time, she was refused counselling because they said she wasn't bad enough. This is 5 years ago maybe. So yeah, thankfully, sorry, I'm just checking, my battery saver's just come on, energy saver, come on, sorry. So yeah, she's getting there. She's going back to work on Sunday, going back on a phased return. And anybody who has seen their loved ones go through this sort of thing, no, it's not nice to see. And you just want to do what you can for them, and sometimes there's nothing that you can do other than support them. So yeah, we'll see how she goes. She's getting some help through work as well, occupational health at work. So yeah, we'll just see how she goes. Right, I am going to go. Battery's only at 30%, but I'm going to go anyway. You don't want to hear me waffling anymore. I will hopefully be back in July. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. And just a reminder, if you want to have a go at winning this, use the word tree, UK only. So I'm going to go. Stay safe, everybody. Stop saying and have a good few weeks until I come back again. Enjoy every single stitch. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your lovely comments. And if you know of anybody who might like to watch me, please do give them a nudge and tell them to come my way. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. Bye till next time.